Peace and Pan-Africanism to my continental Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Australian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Caribbean Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Africans in Europe and Asia. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Brazil and my South American Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to Panama and Costa Rica, my Central American Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Canadian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my New York, my Carolina, my Texas, my Phoenix, my Philly, my Jersey, my Maryland, my Baltimore, my Georgia, my Florida, my Arkansas, Alabama, Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City Africans. It's your big brother King Kong.
Most people, when we say Afro-American, they think only of the Negroes in the United States. But they don't realize that 2/3 of Brazil consists of people of African blood, which means they're also Afro-American because Brazil is in South America. And in all of these, many of these countries in South America and Central America, and even in Canada, they are heavily populated with people whose ancestors came from Africa. So when you total up the number of Afro-Americans, real Afro-Americans, in the Western Hemisphere, there are perhaps 100 million. And if these people ever unite among themselves, not only is it necessary for the Afro-Americans in the United States to be organized, but it's also necessary for the Afro-Americans in the Caribbean, or the Afro-Cubans, the Afro-Brazilians. It's necessary for all of them to be organized. And then once they are organized in each place, we have to organize among ourselves so that the Afro-American in the United States will be working in conjunction in a coordinated program with those who are in Cuba, and those in Brazil, and those in Venezuela, and those throughout the Caribbean, and Haiti, and in the West Indian Islands. And in this way, we actually get strength. And it's not an accident that there's no organization existing in the Western Hemisphere that's designed toward that end. It would be a direct threat to imperialism as it really exists, and to colonialism as it exists in the West. And one of the things that's going to help to bring this about is the independence of Africa. And one of the only reasons that we in the West have never organized, we have hated our image and our African image. And because Africa has been in the hands of people who have created an image of Africa that's negative and hateful. And it has been hateful to us. We haven't wanted to identify with it. But now that Africa is getting independent and in a position to create its own image, and it's a positive image, those of us in the West look at the African image and see how positive it is, and we begin to identify with it. We become proud of Africa, and we become proud of our African blood, our African heritage. And this is what is beginning to make the Africans in the Western Hemisphere today develop more race pride. And as this race pride develops, then it has a tendency to make us want to unite together and work together. And your Western imperialists and colonialists consider this to be a grave threat. More threat than communism or Marxism or socialism or anything else. The Africanism is what they consider to be the real threat.
Anybody claiming to help black people and they're not trying to organize black people is an opportunist and a hustler. Let me say this again. The main thing black people need is not a handout. The main thing black people need is not charity. The main thing black people need is not Jesus or Muhammad. The main thing black people need is organization. Reparations is not the most important thing black people need. The most important thing for black people is not reparations. It's not money. It's not charity. It's not handout. It's not Jesus. It's not Muhammad. It's not Moses. It's organization. If you don't have organization before you get reparations, guess what's going to happen to the reparations? It will be wasted, exploited, and stolen. And let me be honest with you. The reason why most black leaders never organize black people, they only talk, is because if you were organized, you could hold them accountable. Black leaders don't want to be held accountable by black people. That's why they never organize you. Why you think the black Democrats never organize black people? They only want you to go vote. They don't never organize you, because if you organize, you could replace any black leader in America if you were organized. They don't want you to replace them, so they don't organize you. They simply drive you. drive you in the direction that the power structure wants you to go in. We don't need reparations. We need organization first. That's why I said we should not get reparations until we are organized. Save it for our grandchildren. Save the reparations for our great-grandchildren. Organization is the essence of liberation. If you're not talking about organizing black people, you're a scammer. You're an opportunist. You're a fraud. You're a con artist. You're a manipulator. Why do you think the black church never organizes black people? Because you would make them do something. You would make the black church do something if you made them get organized.
You suggest that Negroes vote for in the coming election?
I wouldn't suggest that they vote for any party or either party. I would suggest that the so-called Negroes become politically mature, realize the power that they hold in the field of politics, and then once the person who is running is aware that this man is awakened to the power that he holds, then that person who is running will approach that Negro on a more intelligent plane. As it is right now, most of the Negro leaders sell out to the white politicians for crumbs. And an awakening, a political awakening among Negroes will make it impossible for the present Negro leaders to sell our people out as they've been doing in the past.
Well, you do think Negroes should vote?
Negroes should do whatever is necessary to bring about a complete solution to their problem. When I say whatever is necessary, they should have the flexibility to do whatever is necessary to solve the problem.
We right back like we never left. Marcus Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said Marcus Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said the most honorable, the right excellent Marcus Garvey has been pardoned, and the Prince of Pan-Africanism has his Ghanaian citizenship. Shout out to all my fellow Ghanaian Africans at. Shout out to my Ashanti Africans and my Ga Africans, my Volta region Africans, my Kumasi Africans, my Accra Africans, my Elmina Africans, my fellow Ghanaians. Oh yes, I pledge allegiance to the red, gold, and green, just like I pledge allegiance to the red, black, and green. I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys. I said I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys, and we're going to finish the school for black boys. FDMG is coming. Get on the bus or get ran over. Get on the Black Star Line or get ran over. We in the building. Hit the Cash App, $FD.
The whole world belongs to black people.
Don't you believe that the black and white can live side by side in harmony?
If I said yes, that don't make it right, because they can't. I was in Milwaukee just meddling the other day. Didn't nobody see me. And I saw white people, white babies, white girls, and they just was jeering and they hate and they just evil as they can be, coming to kill and shoot and throw bricks at Negroes.
You're talking,
and this is as a whole.
But you're talking in particulars when you must talk in general.
Why is it you don't, your whole conversation now is to keep Negroes with you. Why you don't want us to leave you?
Well, because in my
Scared? You seem
estimation,
to be
Negro
so
people
scared.
are every bit as good as white people.
As good as white
Right.
people.
They're all the same. They're all God's
We're
people.
not saying we're not all God's people, because if whites was God's people, they wouldn't treat us like they do.
Hey, Cassius, you're talking.
I'm not Cassius. You still calling me? I can't get
Or
on with
Mohammed,
you.
you're talking in
I'm not no
particulars
white
when you
man.
have to talk in generalities.
So you want to keep calling me a white man's name? I'm not white. I don't want to be called after your name no more. I'm not no slave. I'm Muhammad Ali.